Good morning, and welcome to Channing Memorial Church Unitarian Universalist. My name is Ostara, and I'm a worship associate here at Channing. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm joined today by our minister, Reverend Jane Smith, and our music director, Stephen Deininger. I'm happy to be with you this morning. Before we begin our service, I want to especially welcome our visitors. We hope that you'll find worship nourishing and that you'll stay to get to know us afterward. We'll gather outside. No, we will not gather outside. We will gather in here after the service, and there are snacks. We're happy to help with any questions you may have. If you'd like more information about Channing Memorial Church, please send an email to welcome@channingmc.org. The address appears in the order of service. Since the COVID risk level in our area is low at this time, masks are optional for the indoor service. If you'd like to participate in singing, we do ask that you mask for the duration of each hymn. Also, before we begin, I want to mention that we have with us this morning for the first time this beautiful and amazing quilted labyrinth created for us by Colleen, which depicts the paths we follow as we traverse our monthly themes. So today we've rounded the corner from November's Path of Change to December's Path of Wonder. And we will place wonder up here. So we have gone from belonging to courage in October to change in November, and we are coming around to wonder, December, up here. Don't want it to pop back out. There we go. And now, let us prepare to enter sacred time.
Out of depths unknown, the spark of life ignites, and we are born. We enter a world, a universe not of our making. Our lives unfold in mystery and wonder. Questions abound for which there are no definite answers. And so, we gather in community to seek in one another assurance and recognition, compassion and strength. We gather in community to we gather in community to be reminded of what is most ultimate and what is most sacred. In this spirit of searching and reverence, let us worship together this morning. I invite you to rise in body or in spirit and join me in singing Enter, Rejoice, and Come In.
Open your ears to the song.
We light this flame, reminding ourselves to treasure the magic in the mundane. The wonders of carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, rapid oxidation into light, heat, and the dance of a flame. We light this chalice, kindling, remembering our innate sense of wonder at the very real magic of our world. Today is the second Sunday of the season of Advent. This year, the Advent Sundays for Christmas and for the sun's rebirth at the winter solstice are in alignment. With the evergreen spiral on our chancel table, we light candles in anticipation of both Christmas and the solstice. Each week, we light a new candle on the Advent spiral, the light growing brighter and brighter throughout the season. Would any of the children, I think we only have one, if Maggie would like to help me, you can pass if you want to, but if you'd like to, you can come up and help me, and I'll show you what to do. Okay, what I would like to do The second light of Advent is the light of plants. These are the words of Rudolf Steiner. The second light of Advent is the light of plants, plants that reach up to the sun and in the breezes dance. From last week, the light of stones, and this week we have come in. Today we also light the second candle on our Advent giving box. This is a giving opportunity that you can participate in if you'd like to from your own home. It's an active way of shining light in the darkness. This activity was shared with Colleen Rathbun and Mike Langen by Happy Helpers for the Homeless, a small but mighty organization that directly serves folks from Baltimore County to the Eastern Shore and many places in between. You're invited to place one non-perishable food item into a designated box in your home if you'd like to each day during Advent. Happy Helpers has provided a calendar with a suggested food item for each day. Colleen sent a copy of this calendar out by email last Sunday. You may have seen that. And we have a printed copy on the table near the entrance over there. So if at the end of the season you'd like help getting your box into the hands of a family in need, just let Colleen know and she can help get your box delivered. We have Colleen and Mike's box here today, and based on today's calendar suggestion, I'll place a tuna kit into it. And here again, we'll light our candle from last week. and our second Advent candle. Spirit of life and love be our guest. Let these gifts in this box be blessed. Bless all children of the world. May no one go hungry or unloved. Amen.
All right, it's now time for our story for all ages. Hello, hello. Perfect timing. Perfect. Good morning. Do you want to come up, Maggie? Or are you good where you're at? Hi. Oh, we have one here too.
Yeah. All right, we got 3 seats.
Welcome, welcome.
Sorry.
You're fine.
No.
You got here just in the nick of time. How's everyone doing this morning?
Great.
Good? Yeah. You ready to hear a story?
Yes.
All right. So today we've got The Mitten, adapted and illustrated by Jan Brett. Okay. Once, there was a boy named Nicky who wanted his new white mittens to be made from wool as white as snow. At first, his grandmother, Baba, did not want to knit white mittens. If you drop them in the snow, she warned, you will never find them. But Nicky wanted snow white mittens, and finally Baba made them. After she finished, she said, when you come home, first I will look to see if you are safe and sound, but then I will look to see if you still have your snow white mittens. So off Nicky went. And it wasn't long until one of his new mittens dropped in the snow and was left behind. A mole, tired from tunneling along, discovered the mitten and burrowed inside. It was cozy and warm and just the right size, so he decided to stay. A snowshoe rabbit came hopping by. He stopped for a moment to admire his winter coat. It was then that he saw the mitten, and he wiggled in, feet first. The mole didn't think there was room for both of them, but when he saw the rabbit's big kickers, he moved over. Next, a hedgehog came snuffing along. Having spent the day looking under wet leaves for things to eat, he decided to move into the mitten and warm himself. The mole and the rabbit were bumped and jostled, but not being able to argue with someone covered with prickles. They need room. All right. Up through the snow appeared a badger. He carried the mitten and began to climb in. The mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog were not pleased. There was no room left. But when they saw his diggers, they gave him the thumb. It started snowing, but the animals were snug in the mitten. A waft of warm steam rose in the air, and a fox trotting by stopped to investigate. Just the sight of the cozy mitten made him feel drowsy. The fox poked his muzzle in. When the mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog, and the badger saw his shiny teeth, they gave the fox lots of room. A great bear lumbered by. He spied the mitten all plumped up. Not being one to be left out in the cold, he began to nose his way in. The animals were packed in as tightly as could be. But what animal would argue with a bear? The mitten swelled and stretched. It was pulled and folded too many times its size, but Baba's good knitting held fast. Along came a meadow mouse, no bigger than an acorn. She wriggled into the one space left and made herself comfortable on top of the great bear's nose. The bear, tickled by the mouse's whiskers, gave an enormous sneeze. Achoo! The force of the sneeze shot the mitten up into the sky and scattered the animals in all directions. On his way home, Nicky saw a white shape in the distance. It was the lost mitten silhouetted against the blue sky. As he ran to catch his snow-white mitten, he saw Baba's face in the window. First, she looked to see if he was safe and sound. And then, she saw that he still had his white mitten. Yay! Wonderful. Thanks for listening. The children are going to stay with us today. Our religious educator has a bit of a cold. So let's all sing together. Go now in peace, may the love of God surround you everywhere you may go. All right. We have a new member ceremony, and it's for some folks who have been members for a while, but we're honoring them today now that we're back in person and can give them their gifts and have us all join together. So I invite Sherry and Doug to the front of the room. Yay! All right. We, the members and friends of Channing Memorial Church, are a sacred collective joining together in faith, hope, and love. We are held closely within the intricate web of life, bound together with all of those from our past, all of those present in this moment, and all of those who will come in the future. We covenant to journey together towards spiritual wholeness. Each one of us makes this covenant in faith and in love. So today, as I said, we celebrate those who have most recently committed themselves to the joys and responsibilities that come with membership to Channing Memorial Church. We have Sherry and Doug right here. Bert is joining us in spirit. While you have all interwoven yourself into this collective, today we honor and celebrate that. And we offer an official welcome. In celebration and in reverence, I invite you to recite the new member covenant, written by Manish Mishra Marzetti.
I'm happy to. We enter into this faith with hope and possibility in our hearts, pledging to participate in and support the ministries of this church. We covenant to remain true to the spirit of love that flows through this church and guides us. We seek your welcome as we join you in this faith.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're still up here. You're not going
okay.
away. We got more. There's more coming.
Oh, okay.
I now invite the members of this congregation to recite words of welcome printed in your order of service and projected on the screen ahead. Okay. We welcome you as once we were welcomed ourselves. We seek to be open and inclusive, respecting your inherent dignity, your ideas and your vision, in times when it's easy and in times when it's difficult. We seek to be supportive, not only when you reach out in courage to us, but also when you need us to reach out to you. In return, we ask that you recognize our humanity. We will not always live up to our ideals, and when we fall short, we invite you to stay in relationship with us and help us more fully bring alive the spirit of love. We welcome you as an equal member of this congregation, of this faith,
and our shared spiritual journey.
And now, we'll finally have you sign the membership book.
Oh, okay.
Right down here between all the candles.
Oh, okay. It's funny to sign this so much later.
I know. Thanks for being COVID flexible with us.
I guess you wait till we're on the board and then we can sign the new member.
Yeah, she's
I will. I should have had you. You're getting my best view. My best side.
all
Yes,
right.
oh my gosh, that's all we need to do.
And now we have a gift, a welcome gift we'd like to offer you. So if Kathy, you want to come forward.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yellow back. I always want to
Oh,
yellow
wow.
back.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I love to see this. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I
Yay!
can't believe we have such a big crowd.
Party over here. That's what
Great, thank you so much.
Each one of you are just a blessing. I offer gratitude and unconditional love to the new members and to all the members here, and I'm just grateful for each and every one of you and glad we could finally welcome these two and Bert into our midst. All right. Please join me in singing "To See the World."
Freely have we received your gifts that minister to our needs of body and spirit. Gladly we bring to our church and its wide concerns a portion of this bounty. If you'd like to contribute to our offering this morning, you may leave your contribution in the plate at the back of the sanctuary. For those of you watching the service online, you may contribute to a virtual offering plate by sending a check to Channing's mailing address or by going to the church website at www.channingmc.org and clicking on the donate button. For all that you give and all that you do for our church community, we give thanks. Our first reading this morning is from Albert Einstein. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Our second reading is from Markings by Dag Hammarskjöld. God does not die on the day we cease to believe in a personal deity, but we die on the day our lives cease to be illumined by the steady radiance, renewed daily, of a wonder, the source of which is beyond all reason. Please rise and body your spirit to join our voices in Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing.
What was once a crisp and clear eggshell blue slowly transitions into an array of pinks mingling with oranges, contrasting with reds, and even darker blues. As the sun sets, the sky becomes velvety black interspersed with shining dots almost seen as glitter, the imprints of burning stars light years away. There is the moon, perhaps whole, perhaps a mere crescent, reflecting the light of our own star, our own life-giving ball of heat and light. The sunset, the same sunset that occurs at the end of each day, an event that could fill us with awe and wonder evening after evening, and yet an event that so easily slips beyond our awareness. Beauty and wonder lost amidst the anxieties and monotony of day-to-day life. I am curious how our experience of the sunset would change if we engaged with it in a new way, as an event we had never witnessed before and would never witness again. How would we engage with those vibrant colors melting into one another, those specks of galaxies visible as our eyes connect to stars far beyond our own tiny, insignificant planets? I wonder of engaging with each moment the way many children engage with the world, experiencing each event as a brand new miracle, a magical experience eliciting questions and curiosity and wonder and pure, simple, unassuming delight. I remember my own delight in this season of short days and long nights, experiencing tiny, intricate, delicate snowflakes falling from the sky as if by magic, clouds of frozen breath escaping my mouth and dispersing into the night air. Crisp air turning my nose and face and fingertips bright red as I made snow angels with my little sister, laughing and squealing and filled with simple delight. I remember celebrating Christmas with my family, immersed in cookies and love and magic. I feel within me this need to bring this childhood wonder into my own adult life, this energy and wonder and attention to those little magical and mundane occurrences we are surrounded by. I think of those questions on the tongues of curious children, questions about those mundane miracles. Why is the sky blue? Where does snow come from? How does running water turn to ice? I invite us to turn that childhood curiosity of the tangible into an adult curiosity of the intangible. In our later decades, we ask different questions. Will goodness and beauty ultimately prevail? Is there a guiding force to the universe? Do we each have a sacred companion found in the holy, or are we all ultimately alone? We are called to engage with the many mysteries of existence. Today, as we are steeped in wonder, I invite us to reflect on a simple yet profound question. What is the sacred? What is that which is greater than ourselves, engaging with us in glimpses of curiosity and wonder? While I use the term God, I invite you to engage with any word that best describes your sacred, representing a connection to an evergreen tree, or representing a connection with an entity in the sky. I share some Christmas anecdotes to reflect on my own personal experiences, but wonder and awe go way beyond Christmas in this season we are celebrating. In many ways, we come together as a culture to set aside a time to evoke wonder in this season, pausing to immerse ourselves in nature and gratitude and celebration and faith. As our hemisphere gets darker, we bring forth a different light, a light from within, a spark of something that connects us to each other and to our sacred and to our core, which is love. And those strings of multicolored lights hung over trees and porches and windowsills, those mark a time of celebration, of joy, of intentionally bringing beauty and delight to strangers and beloveds alike, making that inward light into something tangible to share. Wonder emerges with beauty. The night sky, falling snow, the embrace of lovers, a child's expectation of reindeers on a roof deep in winter, and wonder comes with hardship. Those fundamental questions that arise after death or loss or profound pain of any kind. There is a depth that occurs within us following the awe-filled, joyful, meaningful moments. We will call them peaks. And the devastating moments, what we will call valleys. These peaks and valleys are found in any human life. Religion becomes a guide and support on our individual journeys towards depth and meaning making that arise from these experiences, from these moments, from this wonder, whether steeped in hardship or joy and love. Religion becomes a pursuit of the beautiful. Theologian Paul Tillich summarizes wisdom of peaks and valleys with his reflection: there can be no depth without the way to depth. Truth without the way to truth is dead. This way, that is wonder. That is wonder, beautiful or painful. This way guides us to depth, to truth, to beauty. We surrender to the cosmos. The sacred, the holy, our God of many names and our God of no names is a mystery, a sacred mystery. Theologian John Hott writes, God is a depth of existence. Religion is a confident search for this depth. That is why we join together here today and every day as a people of faith to journey together with one another and our sacred on a path towards greater depth. Let us pause for a moment and ask, what does it mean to be a people of faith? Hott offers that a self-identified atheist can live a more holy, sacred life than one who identifies as Christian, Buddhist, or Muslim. It is how we live our lives, not what we believe is beyond, not what we believe is or is not in the beyond. If God is synonymous with depth, as we are exploring, then an atheist committed to justice and peace, who lives a life immersed in compassion, is more holy than the superficial one who calls herself devout. Religion becomes a way of life, a search for depth, not a set of beliefs. Religion becomes a guideline, a way, as Tillich noted, a way to depth, or a way to truth, or a way to beauty. May we touch the depth of each moment, immersing ourselves in goodness and curiosity, akin to that of an innocent child. And so we touch God in a sunset or feel the presence of the divine when snow descends from the sky above. And yet ultimately, God is hidden. God is beyond the realm of sense objects, which are far too narrow to grasp this sacred, wildly unknowable essence. And so we create wonder in what we cannot perceive by engaging with those things that give us a glimpse, a peek, a glimmer of this thing that is deeper than any reality we can ever experience. This is sacred wonder. This is awe. Hott describes God as always receding, encompassing, illuminating, but never falling within our comprehending grasp. Is this not parallel to the beauties and mysteries of the tangible that surround us? The ever-cycling routine of nature, the love felt deep in our hearts and souls for the beloved in our midst. The sacred becomes synonymous with beauty, love, and wonder. I question, as does Hot, whether this presence may understand us more than we understand it. What does the night sky know of our souls? What can love understand of us that we can never understand of ourselves? I wonder, can these mysteries become our sacred companions, never leaving our sides, just as a child grasps on to her own miracles? Scientists are finding that even the trees whisper and converse with one another. Can our sacred, that which is nature and that which is beyond, converse with us as well? I marvel at the overlap of wonder and the sacred alongside experiences of beauty. This nature is beauty, yes, mountain peaks white with snow, glaciers floating in the Arctic, towering evergreen trees offering color amidst waves of brown. And beauty is beyond that, found in companionship or love or art or the wonder of New York City. And we fully experience it when we allow ourselves to be carried away by all that is, to immerse ourselves so deeply and completely that time itself pauses in wonder. I have a vivid memory of being carried away for several minutes or perhaps many minutes deep in the wilderness on a hike with my husband, Eric. It was snowing, one of the first snowfalls of this season, and we paused on our trek through the wilderness to simply enjoy. I sat, snowflakes descending upon my face, branches layered with inches of powdery white snow, the utter silence piercing my ears. Animals nearby, yet deep in hibernation. I sat in wonder, beauty, awe, and reverence, for I know not how long, carried away by the sacred. Or the wonder of wonders on Christmas Day as a child, rushing down the steps to see how many cookies Santa ate, to see what packages lay beneath the tree. What if we engaged with each morning and each sunset alike, as a child engages with Christmas or Hanukkah or solstice? How can we allow wonder to carry us away, to bring us beyond ourselves, to see the ordinary as beautiful, to connect with something greater than we could ever be, as a child does? This is one thing that we do, that I do in the month of December, making a point to stop, to pause, to remember my treasured feelings of Christmas mornings of years past, and connect today with that same delight. I wonder of the parallels of our quest for beauty as with our own quest for the divine, or how a child's search for the next curiosity, the next delightful mystery mirrors our own journey towards the sacred. Could beauty simply be a synonym for the divine, for the holy? Are we drawn to beauty? Do we yearn for beauty in a similar way as we are drawn to the sacred? Perhaps the search itself is synonymous with the word God. We encounter the divine in those peaks and valleys we experience. In December, we bring little hints of beauty to the forefront, decorating front yards for all to enjoy, or appreciating intimate moments by the fire with cocoa, which evoke a wider and deeper beauty, working with intention to bring beauty into our midst. These seemingly small experiences fuel our longing for deeper encounters with all that we hold sacred. I think these occasions are experiences with the divine, even if we do not interpret it as such at the time. Again, are these small glimpses into something beyond that our senses cannot comprehend? I return to a question I posed earlier. Will goodness and beauty ultimately prevail? I believe there is an unending regeneration of wonder and beauty and awe in the world. John Hott, the theologian whose ideas we have been engaging with, argues that yes, beauty prevails, even if beyond our present comprehension. To Hott, beauty is the depth of existence. Beauty is our hope for the future. Beauty is our freedom to engage in the world uncoerced by a higher entity. The author argues that this will prevail always. To me, this runs parallel to keeping childhood wonder alive. How can we engage with our lives as if each day holds within it unceasing curiosity and innocent wonder? As if we hear the sounds of reindeer hooves on our rooftops. I do not think we can have a conversation about the sacred and about wonder without touching on divine love as our Universalist predecessors did. I think love connects us to a wonder that cannot be comprehended. We do not fully know and grasp what love is as it relates to a partner, to our children, or to the sacred. But it is there, unceasingly, an unassuming presence. The divine can offer an unconditional love that mortals are not capable of. Where Hott argues beauty prevails, I offer that love prevails. Love can never be ended. Love can never be eliminated. Love, as found in the sacred, always offers itself as a guiding force, a force of wonder. Hott argues that the one truth in our lives is the unconditional love of God. I see this loving God as an entity. Perhaps you see this sacred love in a tulip peeking through the crusty earth each spring. Mystery and love and wonder run parallel, each sacred, prevalent, and open to curiosity. Imagine what appreciation could be present in each moment, in each experience, if we encountered every intricate flake of snow as beautiful and full of awe. We never lose these abilities, but we forget them. Let each December beckon us to remember. May it be so, and amen. Please rise in body or in spirit for our closing hymn. With joy we claim the growing light.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
As we return to our days of routine and monotony, may we be guided by childlike curiosity with an expectation of magic. May we notice each frozen breath of air, each cool wind delicately touching our cheeks, each snowflake descending from the sky above, wonder at every turn. May we be guided to our sacred, to depth, beauty, awe, wonder, our sacred, mysterious, and unknowable. Together, may we go in peace. Amen.
Amen.